Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mrs. Motormouth. I am your host, Chipher Robinson, and you find me here today in my bedroom in Manhattan, New York City, New York, United States. So, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a moment since I've done this because life got away from me. Work got stupid crazy and therefore exhausting. And unfortunately, I'm a really lazy person. Wish I wasn't. Wish I had more motivation / ambition, and yet I don't. So yeah, it's been a minute since I got here. I have so many excuses. Like, summer got away from me. Oh, I already said the work got busy. But also actually let's just say to you and yours, God bless and thank God that we are in September. What the fuck was August? I wasn't too terribly personally affected by the shit show that was August of 2025, but so many people I know, and even friends of friends, just really shitty shit happening, that it feels a little too collective, a little too, I think Mercury was in retrograde, something's higher than us is going on, because not everybody can be going through it, not all this crazy fucking bullshit can be happening right now. Oh my god, yeah, it's been a wild time. I might have already mentioned my best friend moved out to New York, which was so exciting, and I was like, oh my god, my life's about to change, and did, because it's wonderful and beautiful to live in the same city as your best friend, especially when it's been a minute. But again, speaking of just fucked up shit that happened in August, to no fault of her own, her bedroom caught on fire, and it's unlivable, basically. And that was tough. That was hard, because I was helping her deal with all of that. Luckily she's okay. She wasn't in the apartment when it started, but her dog was, but he's perfectly fine. Everybody else is okay. She was able to salvage a lot, not everything, of course, and, some precious stuff she lost, but, overall, it just really could have been a lot worse, and yeah. So it really is just its own miracle, and I'm trying not to tell too much of her business, but yeah, it was just a tough time, so I think that was last week. God, oh my god, crazy, I can't believe it's already another week. Wow. But yeah, all that happened last week, and I was just helping her through that, and I was thinking about it, I love my friends so much. My friends mean the world to me. I will, drop everything for them, bend heaven and earth, and, of course I didn't personally go through that myself, but just, when my friends hurt, I hurt, and, I'm not obviously going to feel it as deeply as they do, because they're being personally affected, but it's still, oh my god, it just aches, or, I just want to, take that pain from them, and I was thinking about that some more, too, and, there's a laundry list of reasons why I don't want to have children, but, that is so, another reason is I don't want to feel that level of aching and hurt, and, because I feel this for my friends, for the people I love, but, I know, just based off of what people say, loving a child is just a whole other level that, oh my god, I just could not handle that. I could not handle, them being hurt and going through fucked up stuff, and then, just feeling that, too. It's just, terrible. But anyways, my friend moved back home for the time being, which is a little upsetting, but I get it. I'm being selfish. But it does sound like, hopefully she'll come back once. She's not out of the lease yet, but she's not paying rent. But yeah, now she has to wait for them to fix the apartment because the firefighters just swarmed in and destroyed and kind of damaged what could have been not maybe a whole thing, but anyways, I mean, they saved everybody, the dog, the fire, so hip hip hooray. But yeah, firemen do not care about your personal possessions. They are beautiful men that will stomp all over it. They do not care. yeah, so anyways, hold on, let me collect my thoughts. So yeah, that, like, it also feels like a loss to, she's, sounds like at this point in time she is going to come back, but it's just like, I've always been the friend that moved away. I've never been the one who got left, necessarily. Actually, no, that's not true, because my other best friend actually moved out of state, and that was, so I'm feeling those same emotions again. Like, it just sucks to kind of be the one that gets left behind. And again, like, I don't fault her for it. I totally understand. And extenuating, I didn't say that right, circumstances, so I totally get it. But yeah, it's just, like, it's its own kind of heartbreak, I guess. Like, I do wish all of my friends and I could, like, live in a mansion or, like, a castle together and be happy, and fairies and all that beautiful glittery stuff. But that's not life. So, we're not all going to live in the same places. And that sucks. And now I feel emotional. Heartbreaking. God, I love my friends. I love them so much. So, yeah, I was like, dang, I gotta start working on friendships again. I gotta start socializing, hitting people up. I've been so bad about it. So, because, like, with your best friend, I'll do anything last minute with her. It's not like this whole, like, also, it's not a whole planning thing. We can do it, and it doesn't have to be, like, an event, like, we can just lay in my bed and watch reality TV, and it's excellent. So, anyways, seeking new best friend, temp best friend, to fill in for her while she's away. And then I'm sending magical fairies to her apartment to assist the contractors and speed up the process so she can be here faster. Okay, so in other life updates, really feel like I've been getting back to my roots. There's no way to say this that doesn't sound kind of embarrassing, but I've gotten back into binging, and by that I mean, because I know how that sounds, and by that I mean, like, streaming and, like, binge watching TV shows. Like, that is my roots, y'all. Like, before I even had access on a laptop, I was on my iPad. Netflix was downloaded, and I watched so much shit. I would take that iPad into the shower. I would, like, put it on while I was getting ready, shave my legs next to that iPad, and just, like, binge watch the fuck out of some awful ass TV. But I miss that. I miss that. And anyways, I really like, that's such a silly thing to miss, but it feels like, I know it's not, like, the healthiest thing to do. Like, I think a lot of it growing up was, like, escapism. That's totally why I loved watching TV. It's, like, the one thing that kind of makes my brain, like, shut up. And I feel so, like, Zoomer, American, idiot, doo-doo brain, dumbass who, like, loves binging and streaming, but I really do. And I don't remember the last time I've got, like, super invested in something on my own. But I just started watching Dexter because I was seeing such good things about the recent reboot, and I was like, you know what, like, let me give this a go, like, whatever. And yeah, shit's fire. I get it now. I know my parents really liked it growing up. And I tried to watch it in high school, and I, like, couldn't really get into it. But I also think because, like, the person who recommended it to me, I ended up having, like, a really bad falling out with. So I was like, too soon. And, like, they were kind of like they are, actively are a bad person. So then it was also like, ooh, a bad person really likes a serial killer show. Maybe I shouldn't, whatever. Silly association, I guess. But anyways, I started watching it, and I was like, whoa, this is so good. And then I, like, blew through the first season, and my boyfriend, who I watched none of it with, was like, okay, well, what happened in this show? And I told him, like, the whole synopsis of the first season, and he's like, that's ridiculous. That's, like, such a soap. And it's like, yes, it sounds stupid saying it out loud, but, like, there is something about that show that is just so captivating that, like, it, I constantly think about cringy and how, like, there's so many things, and art is cringy, but, like, now it's a sin, and now we can't, like, look past the cringe. And I do wonder how much of that is, like, the excessive amount of realism in media. But also, I don't know. I was kind of, as I was watching, so now I'm in the 5th season of Dexter. And I do hear this is, like, when it starts to fall off. So far, so good. And, like, last season, season 4, gaggy. Oh, my God, y'all. Oh, my God. I literally be like, okay. I gotta, like, get home so I can watch Dexter. And let me, like, start my morning, play Dexter. Like, I'm telling you, I'm binging, you guys. Like, the free moments I have, like, it's a good thing I can't access Netflix on my phone. Or, like, I would probably be, during my breaks at work, like, watching Dexter. So at least I have a little bit of space. That's healthy. But anyways, I was thinking about it more because, like, I know, not quite, like, saw firsthand, but I know from, like, school and from what people say or whatever, like, television, until I feel like recent years, has really has become considered prestigious. And, I mean, there's plenty of examples and, like, incredible acting, but I know for a long time it wasn't considered, like, I guess, like, a serious medium as compared to film. And I do wonder how much of that goes hand in hand with streaming, and, like, even how streaming promoted, like, better quality media or whatever. That, like, yeah, to this point that, like, big, high-level A-list actors are now doing miniseries or, like, guest starring in TV shows, like, when previously all they would do was film. So I was watching Dexter and I was thinking about that because it's a good show, but it doesn't have, like, quite that prestige that I think, like, maybe what we've come to accept from TV. And I wonder if shows like that, too, is what also eventually, like, pushed to TV as we know it now, where it is serious. I also wonder when Emmys and things like that started to include television. And, like, I wonder if even award shows, like, started to change that mindset. And again, I lived through all of that, but, like, obviously I was a child, so, like, I don't have the consciousness, so I would be really interested to, like, read any articles, essays, papers that people maybe have already touched on this topic. So if anybody happens to know any, please let me know. I'd be very fascinated. But yeah, it's so interesting how far television has come while watching Dexter. And Dexter's, by all means, still holds up. But there's also very much moments where I'm like, it's kind of cringy. But it doesn't take away from it. I am better able to accept the cringe. And maybe because I know it is a product of its time. Maybe it was being made now, I wouldn't feel the same. But then I was starting to think about You, the show, and realizing how much it kind of straight up, like, ripped off Dexter. Like, at least somewhat in the premise. I mean, Joe is not a good person. It doesn't even, like, have this, like, morality. Well, kind of in his own twisted way, I guess. But not the same as Dexter, because Dexter I would consider very much a vigilante and an anti-hero. And Joe, I would say he's very much the antagonist of his own story. But just, I guess, like, the monologues of it all. But then I'm like, so then there must be, but those aren't still quite the same caliber of TV shows, you know? Like, I wouldn't even really call You, like, that prestigious. I think it certainly attempted to, and the first season was an excellent go at it, but it didn't remain there. So I wonder, too, then, if it's so much of the writing that's in Dexter, or even just, I mean, the acting, though, truly, again, it's silly, but it's phenomenal. The, what's her name? Jennifer Carpenter, I mean, her performance, it's just so raw. Like, I feel for her. It's so beautiful. And then Michael C. Hall, I just don't think anybody could do Dexter. Like, I was thinking about it more, like, he brings such a depth to that character, and his, like, awkward mannerisms, that it's just so, it just adds so much more to a character that I don't think many other people could have really have brought to it. And I do love that this show has gotten such a revival, because it's fun to now, like, see conversations getting rehashed, or even just jokes being made. Like, that's been fun, because it's nice to also, like, especially when you're, like, 20 years too late to a show or however long, like, it's nice to then still find, like, community in it, and who are also, like, feeling it for the first time. I'm sure it's, like, I mean, I know it's nowhere near, like, probably the nationwide water cooler of it all, like, when the show actually initially premiered, but it's definitely a nice taste to it. So I didn't mean to go so far on a Dexter tangent. Forgive me. It's occupied a lot of my, like, mental space. I hope at least if somebody hasn't watched it or really doesn't care about the show, at least the questions I'm bringing up are interesting, because I just can't help by considering those things. I mean, I don't know if I've mentioned, but, you know, I'm a film major, so I come by it naturally. And I love pop culture, so I also just, like, can't help but think about also just reception and, yeah, I don't know, and cultural impact, I guess. But yeah, I am, though, sad that I allegedly am entering the bad seasons, so that kind of blows, but yeah, I don't know, there just is something special about the show that I don't know if I really have, maybe I'm not the right person to fully devolve into it, but I also do wonder if there's an argument to be made that, like, that sort of TV, because I'm like, I'm watching parts and I'm like, they don't make TV like this anymore. And I do wonder, with maybe digitizing, maybe with streaming, maybe with the rise of prestige television, if it almost ruined what at one point made television so special. Even if it wasn't award-winning, you know, or, like, to be taken seriously. And I wonder if, because it knew it wasn't going to be taken seriously, if that's where also the charm was. But anyways, yeah, about to watch it devolve, which is natural and expected with a Showtime show, because one thing about Showtime, they're going to have a phenomenal first season, maybe second season. Hey, sometimes they get as far as 4 or 5, and then it's going to go so far down the shithole, you are going to be tested in ways you can't expect, to see if you can even ride this show out and finish it. And you know what? When I have with the Showtime show and haven't given up, and I got to that final, very last episode, it was never worth it. I get mad about weeds all over again. Shameless, Yellow Jackets, and look, sorry, Yellow Jackets lost me mid-season 2, and kudos and so much respect to those who can keep going at it, but Lord knows not me. Once it started getting real mystical, I was like, this is bullshit. I can't do that. No. Nope, not me. Okay, so let's talk about my recent anxieties and annoyances. Okay, recent anxiety. Hold on, sorry, that too many. Real talk money, straight up. Oh, plagues me. But then next week I probably won't care. But I cared enough that I went on Craigslist and I was like, maybe I'm hot enough to be a door girl. Maybe, because I'm not trying to get like $50 here and there. I'm trying to make like hundreds quick. You know, because I got a credit card to pay off. And I am slowly being that person my dad warned me not to be when he first got me the credit card. Well, it's not in his name, just for clarification. And so, yeah, it just sucks because, like, money is really interfering with me living my life. Like, God forbid I just want to talk to my friends for hours and hours and have a snack and drink a glass somewhere, you know? And why does it have to cost me sometimes $40 that I don't have because I don't make enough? But there's beauty in that. And let's see, this is what I'm saying. It's like interfering with my life. Like, I'm not going to say I'm the most responsible person in the world, but I'm, like, reasonably responsible with my money and, like, historically have been so. It's really just, like, I made the choice to live in one of the world's most expensive cities, so sure, yeah, that's all me. Of course, it's, like, struggle bus central. And also, I'm, like, not even really making the money to get by. Like, thank God I have a boyfriend, basically, who, like, helps front household bills and stuff like that, because he makes more money than me. But, like, that's the thing, though, is, like, if I was to really penny pinch, well, then there would be no point living here, because then I wouldn't be outside. And see, that is truly the paradox. So, yeah, money's been stressing me out, but, like, give it next week and I won't give a damn again, so... but I'm allegedly supposed to be getting promoted at my job, which would be fantastic, and there definitely would be a wage difference, and so I'm hoping that will at least make a dent in my credit card. I got a little too ambitious thinking that I would have that hoe paid off by December. That is not going to be the case, but again, pay raise will make a difference, so things to be grateful for. But yeah. And it's like, also, I have friends and people I love, and I want to buy them a little gift. And I deserve a little gift too. No, I am really trying to watch my overconsumption and try not to go too far, especially because I've, like, the job I have too much access to things that I love and things that, like a more or less, like, reined in version of myself. So, like, years back, who really had impulse spending, control troubles, this job would be very bad. But so far we're managing. And it doesn't help too, because then you have people being like, you're young, worry about that stuff later. It's okay to be in debt. I mean, those are people who are, like, truly the devil on your shoulder, actually, because now that I'm thinking about it, there's only a few who say that to me. But those few are the loudest in my head, giving me the okay, go ahead. So, anyways, that's been anxiety. A recent annoyance, though, is customers who demand to be checked out ASAP. Like, yesterday, I was had my back turned to the register, looking at an item on one of our shelves and talking to my coworker about it. Corner of my eye, I see a girl walk up to the register. Before I can even interrupt our conversation, pause to think about, like, switching gears in my mind from, like, talking about that item to then pivoting and, like, checking someone out and, like, doing the step-by-steps of all that. Before I could even have that thought, excuse me. Rude. I'm doing something here. Chill. That's how you know I'm petty as hell. Because I'm sure some people wouldn't even care. But I guess for me, like, I hate losing my train of thought. Like, I want to finish the thought. Like, I want to finish a task before being interrupted. That is the worst part about retail. It's like, can I just stock? Can I just restock and not be interrupted and have to stop and drop my everything because a customer needs something done right here, right now? My favorite sentence in the world, especially at work, is, okay, give me 1 moment. And sometimes it's 2 moments. Hey, sometimes it's 5. You're on my time, baby. I don't care if you're in a rush. Don't come in here. Do not come somewhere where I'm working if you're in a rush. Because I'm not matching your pace. I can't let you stress me out. I'm already stressed. I'm working on it. I'm managing it. Can't have your energy affect mine. No. I hate that too. Like, if I'm somewhere else in the shop and somebody walks up to the register and they're like, excuse me, can I check out? Hey, you just got there. I would totally get there. Like, totally get it if you've been there for, like, a few minutes. Sure. You have every right to, like, kind of be a little testy about it. But, like, you just walked up there. You literally just walked up there. You just got there. Chill. Yeah, that annoys me. That annoys me big time. Okay, I have to confess. So another thing that I've has been on my mind, and I noticed this specifically in New York. I feel like I haven't really noticed this in other places, and maybe that's just because of the culture of New York and, like, certain establishments, but some of the stuff I see people wear to work brings out the prude in me, and I do like to think I'm a very open-minded person, but actually that's bullshit. I'm sorry. That is a bias of mine. Like, I mean, and I truly can't judge because some of the stuff I've walked out in, yeah, I love having my ass and my tits out. Like, love it. Love it a lot. But yeah, sometimes I'm just, like, appalled, because is these boomer things? Am I being a boomer? Like, because I don't think we need to, like, police what people are wearing, but, like, how come I can see your nipples through your shirt at your job? You're at work. And as soon as I was thinking that the other day, I looked at what I was wearing to work, which was, like, a vintage negligee, and I have, like, a strapless bra that's black and black shorts on underneath, and I'm like, right. And I guess, like, to be fair, like, I don't wear a bra ever, hate to, and I don't to work. I used to when I worked at a barbershop, because men are pervs, but, or I didn't, wait, I was about to be like, not all men. I mean, I know not all men are pervs. I'm just saying, like, I guess I expect men to be pervs. So, I'm trying to protect myself from the impending perv. Anyways, but at my job, because it's also, like, I don't know, like, not male-dominated, I guess, like, straight male-dominated atmosphere, I'm not really worried about being sexualized. And also I wear an apron, so sometimes it, like, covers up, like, if it's a really tittylicious shirt or something. But yeah, I'm just appalled sometimes. Like, I love seeing an ass out at the club, but an ass out and you're serving me my dinner, that brings me mixed emotions. And I hate that the world is like that, truly. I hate that I think like that. I wish I was more progressive in that sense. And I hate by opening up this topic of conversation to allow people to kind of, like, be a little conservative about it. Because I also too am locked in and noticing and weary about the rise of conservatism. However, I feel like what you wear at the workplace is a little different conversation. And I don't know. I guess also too, it goes back to, like, what I was saying about the nudist beach. It's like, I guess if anything, like, I just am too aware of how I'm perceived, unfortunately, and the dichotomy of things, and that I'm exposing myself, if I was to wear an outfit like that, to men who will objectify me and see me as potentially less than, or a target, or, you know, do unwanted advances. And I think that's why I tend to, even when I go out, like, yeah, if I have my ass out and things, like, I might not be taking public transit, and I probably am going somewhere queer, because that makes me feel a lot more comfortable, and, like, not, like, all eyes are on me, because I decided to wear something, like, actually, for example, back when I lived in Boston, there's this club that I used to live nearby that had a mesh night, and we were trying to go one night, and I was wearing, like, a mesh top that had, like, little jewels on it, but, like, the mesh was, like, nude, and I was like, well, we're going to the gay club, so, like, I'm not gonna wear, like, I would love to have my nipples out, like, I see everybody else have their nipples out, I'd love to be one of them, but what ended up happening was, there was such a ridiculously long line for that event, that we just decided to go to a whole different club. And, like, I like this place. I have friends that adore the other place we went to. And it definitely has, like, undertones of maybe being a spot that people were, like, really into fetish or BDSM. Like, I don't know, we talk about it. Like, it feels like it attracts that kind of crowd. And so everybody tends to be very respectful and aware there, which is great. And definitely, like, didn't make me feel stupid uncomfortable with having my nipples out. But also, a man did stare at my nipples majority of the night, and that sucked, and I didn't like how that felt. And I guess that's mainly, when I see these outfits, I imagine being them, and you know what, those women are stronger than me, and they kick ass. I do think it is brave. I think it's cool, but it also makes me worry about them, because I just wouldn't want the attention. or even just the looks. I already get so many looks, and it's exhausting. I'm numb to it for the most part, but it is sometimes truly exhausting. So, yeah, truly kudos to them. Full circle, guys. Growth. Damn, I guess I haven't talked this much consecutively because I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice. That's so cute. That's really cute. Okay, folks, well, I think I'm going to leave it at that. It is late in the day. I've been so lazy, and I still have shit I gotta do. So I think I'm going to end it here. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Hope you enjoyed another episode of my ridiculous ramblings, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. Love you, bye.